Hey Art Nerd, today I am reviewing the Yorepek backpack. I purchased this off of Amazon for about $35 and I purchased it to be a travel backpack for my computer and art supplies. So I purchased this backpack around Black Friday and they had a Black Friday deal for it. It is a 3 large compartment multi-pocket backpack. And it is designed to be sort of a tech backpack in that, like, there's supposedly a charging unit in it, there's multiple pockets for your laptop, there's an easy convenience TSA pocket for your laptop or your tablet, that sort of thing. So I purchased this to be a replacement for a Jansport backpack that I've used for multiple years and for multiple conventions. And I would frequently load it down with 50 pounds of books and mini prints. And this is sort of to be the successor for that. And I've had a lot of trouble finding a backpack that could carry a lot of stuff, protect my art supplies, and protect my tech at the same time. Okay, so this has 3 large compartments. One right here, and one in the back. I have it strapped to my chair, and I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through the compartments. So there is a small compartment down here at the bottom. Now normally I prefer to have like a battery pocket down here, so this is a little bit unusual for me. It completely folds down and you can put like your keys in here or your ID card or your pencils. To me, this is dangerous because it's like right here. Someone could go in and get your keys, your ID, your wallet, whatever, if you use it as that sort of a pocket. So please don't use this pocket for that kind of stuff. There's also another pocket in here where, I don't know, I mean, anything you put in this pocket is not going to be safe. So I don't know what to tell you to put in that pocket. Then there's a pocket up here where you could maybe put your smartphone. Again, I really wouldn't put anything you value in any really easily accessible pockets, but you could put like gum or tissues or candy, something easy, handy, maybe change. This is the pocket they sort of tout as like the TSA pocket, the easy access pocket, so you don't have to go digging through your backpack to find your laptop. Then, and I will remove it from the chair so I can show you guys. There is the first of the large pockets right here. So it's really just a large, deep pocket. I think it would hold my Iris mini print container. There is another pocket here in the back. And I really want to point out how the lining fabric feels incredibly cheap. This backpack feels like it's one of those free backpacks that colleges give prospective students, that sort of thing. So I only paid $35 for it, and I did read the reviews, and all of the reviews were incredibly positive. It was a lot of parents who bought this backpack for their kids. But, I mean, given the build quality, if this is supposed to last you 4 years of college, I don't think this is going to last 4 years. But we'll see. So on the inside, like I said, there is a CD player holder. You can put your MP3 player, your phone here. There's a smaller pocket up there if you've got a smaller one, and it threads through here. There is also, this is sold as like a tech backpack, right? So this is where you would plug in your battery backup. And I happen to have a couple, so that's great. But I think this backpack was sold as though it had that, and it didn't come with that. And then here is where you would plug in. So what I don't understand about this is no better than my purse. Like, I carry a battery backup in one of the outside pockets of my purse. This isn't any more convenient for me. Even just threading, like, you could have your battery backup right here and then thread the cable through here is more convenient in my opinion. But whatever, it's a feature. And this has 2 zippers. Then we get to the other large main body pocket. It has a laptop sleeve and then it has a mesh sleeve on the inside. The laptop sleeve has an elastic band that is held with Velcro. I've never actually used the elastic bands on these things, and if you don't shut it, then it's going to stick to your mesh and ruin your mesh. So that's not my favorite feature either. This pocket is not nearly as big. Well, actually, as I'm digging around in here, no, it's not. It's just all folded up at the bottom. It's not nearly as big as the prior pocket. Now, I'm having a lot of trouble showing you guys this backpack because Amazon sent it completely folded in half. And I think that ruined the lumbar support. And I pretty much bought this backpack so that I could comfortably carry really heavy things. So having the lumbar support ruined before I even got it is awesome. So there's a number of smaller pockets. You've got 2 water bottle pockets. Every time I put a water bottle in water bottle pockets, it's lost. So I don't ever use water bottle pockets. There's also these side zip pockets where you can maybe put like an umbrella if you don't have a water bottle in there already, or you could put maybe like your pencil case or other things that you kind of want handy. And the same is over on this side. All of the zippers have these tags to kind of protect them from jamming. And then there's also a Yorepek logo right here embossed on pleather with like a little loop here so an assailant can grab you and yank you from behind. And there's also these straps which can kind of give a little bit more structure and support to the backpack. So I do like that. Now the back is supposed to have lumbar support, but I think mine is ruined. It has a lot of cushion here with breathable mesh on the straps, but the straps just feel really cheap. Like they're really stiff and they feel cheap, but maybe that will be a plus when I'm traveling. Maybe that will provide more structure for me. There's also loops here where you could attach something. I don't really know what you would want to attach there. Maybe like your hand sanitizer. There's loops here as well. Same thing. I mean, if you were hiking, I could see you maybe using this a little bit differently and it being more useful. But I kind of regret getting this backpack as a travel backpack because the more I look at it, the more I'm doubtful that it will serve my needs in a way that I'm satisfied with. What I do really like is the handle is super sturdy. So it has the webbing and then it has like a cable encased in plastic that's been riveted on, and then it's got a plastic grip. So the handle itself seems really nice. It's just the rest of the bag's build quality is pretty dubious. So you guys see everything here on my desk. I'm going to try and fit all of that in my bag, and I'm also going to be putting my Surface Pro in at a later time. So I'm flying out to Louisiana to go visit family, and that's why I'm doing this review. I thought this would be a really good time to go ahead and review this, put this to the test. So I have here several sketchbooks. I have several watercolor sets. I have a pencil case that I'm not quite ready to put in. I've got watercolor brushes. So I think, and also all of this is going to be incredibly heavy because when I go to Louisiana, I always have to work. So I'm not just filling this thing up just to fill it up and see. I'm filling this up because I need to bring all this stuff. Okay, so the second larger pocket is not as tall as the first. I am going to put my travel file cabinet with my comic scripts in it. I'm also going to put, actually, I want to put my sketchbook maybe in the mesh pocket. I like the mesh pocket. I wish there was like a mesh pocket in this pocket as well. And then I've got like a bunch of small travel watercolor sort of books. I don't want to fill this pocket up too much because I need to put my Surface Pro in here. I mean, not that that will take up too much space, but last time I traveled, I got super distracted and left it at TSA, and I was so lucky because they found it like right as I was, actually I'd already boarded the plane and they found it and I was able to retrieve it. Okay, so this pocket, I have to be a little more strategic in how I'm packing all my goodies. Okay. So, ooh, this is heavy so far. So, loads of books. And yeah, I would normally bring that many. My sketchbook with a Band-Aid, because that's not disgusting. A file folder. Okay, I've also got these small watercolor blocks that I'd like to bring. And maybe they won't fit in here. try to put them in there. I could put them in the front. You're right. I don't know what I'm going to put in that pocket because that pocket is asking to get mugged. Put my roll of brushes standing up next to these. And then I have this pocket here. I can put my watercolor stuff in here maybe. So don't want to lose that. I need to plug it into my battery backup. And since this doesn't come with a battery backup, I'm going to recommend the Aki battery backup. That's what I actually have 2 of them, and I really like them. So that's what I would recommend, and I will link this bag, and I don't want to put that down there because it's going to be lost to the sands of time. So I'm going to put my core watercolor set in. Do you think having a CD player pocket... Okay, so I put my core mini in the CD pocket because who even has a CD player? I'm sure someone in the comments is going to let me know that they carry one, and that's great. This bag is for you. Okay, so that's kind of everything for right now. Okay, actually that's not the worst. Okay, and this is how much it sticks out with that much in it. So I don't know if that's going to actually fit under my seat on the airplane, because that's something I always liked about traveling with a backpack, is I could get a lot of stuff in it and I could fit it under my seat because I can't lift very well over my head. So anyway, I'm going to check in with you guys tomorrow and finish up. Well, I don't think I'll finish it up tomorrow, but I'll probably finish it up when I'm in Luling, my review of the Yorepek tech backpack. Oh, you're recording my face. So I will see you guys then. Bye. Okay, so I've got my backpack fully loaded. I ended up switching some things out to my carry-on or my check bag because I had room. I'm still annoyed that there isn't a good pocket for my charging cable. Like a lot of those tech backpacks have a little pocket kind of down here where you put your charging cable stuff at, and it's like kind of carved out. I mean, those of you who've owned those kind of backpacks, you know what I'm talking about. The straps, they're pulled as tight as they're gonna go. They're really uncomfortable. There's no give. They're too stiff. They're digging into my neck. I can see this giving me a migraine, which is why I'd replaced my old Jansport, is it could no longer provide the support I needed, even though it had enough space for everything. I'm still reminded by kind of how cheap this backpack feels, and I ended up not putting anything in the TSA pocket because it feels too vulnerable, and it's so far out that I think somebody could they had delicate hands, and I was standing in line, too busy doing something else, like taking off my shoes. Somebody could really easily lift my my laptop without me knowing it. So the TSA pocket, while it's a good idea, I guess, I'm not really happy with it with this backpack. So I will check in with you guys when I get to Luling. So after I've flown, after I know whether this backpack will fit under my seat, after I went through TSA, all those experiences, I'll check in with you guys then. Okay, so I've made it to Louisiana. This is gonna probably conclude my review for the Yorepek backpack, unless something, I don't know, catastrophic happens, or I discover something magical about it, right? Okay, so it fit under my seat quite easily on Southwest. Southwest has pretty generous under the seat areas. I was able to get it under, no problem. I did find the straps to not only be too stiff, but they were so stiff that they started to dig into my neck and give me a migraine. And I'm a very small woman. I'm only 5'3", so I would imagine if you're larger, that might be more noticeable, but perhaps not. Perhaps you would have more shoulders to kind of disperse that weight. I kind of wish somebody would make huge backpacks for small people, but I guess that's just not really a problem because you don't really want small kids, for example, carrying a lot of weight, although some schools don't seem to have a problem with that. So, the backpack itself, so I carried a bunch of sketchbooks, as you saw, and watercolor pads with me, and that always kind of bothers TSA because it's just kind of a lot of something that the scanners can't see through. Like, the scanners have a problem with books as well. So it got flagged, and they pulled it aside, and there's so many pockets that he kind of just went rifling through the whole thing, which is fine. I don't carry anything that private in my backpack. But it was a lot of pockets to go through, and it took him a while. So if you are the sort who doesn't really want to get held up by TSA, I mean, I always arrive at the airport super early because I carry a lot of stuff, and there just always tends to be small hiccups, and you guys know how small hiccups can kind of snowball into big hiccups if you don't leave yourself time. So I always arrive early. But if you're the sort who wants to only spend as much time at the airport as you absolutely have to, this is probably not the backpack for you because it takes them a while to kind of go through it. There's a lot of space inside. You could probably, if you're the sort who likes to have a backpack for your clothing, there's some larger compartments, but this isn't designed to be a clothing backpack. There are clothing backpacks out there. It also isn't a roller backpack. There are those out there as well. I've kind of opted away from rolling backpacks, even though they're convenient, because the wheels just take up additional space and add additional weight, and I just carry so much stuff. I can't really do that. The straps, after I tightened them, they didn't slip, they stayed in place. It would have been nice if it had a buckle. You guys know how like the straps will sometimes buckle across the front. That would have helped a lot too. And I didn't notice any sort of actual lumbar support, although I think it's marketed as having lumbar support. I didn't notice any sort of aid in that direction. Perhaps I really wasn't joking when I said when Amazon sent it, they ruined the lumbar support. So as soon as I landed, my mom commented on how nice the handle is, and I will again reiterate that the handle is the nicest part of this backpack. I wish the whole backpack had been made with this quality. I'm also not sure if it's waterproof. I don't think it is because all of it is lined. So if that's something you care about, all of it is lined. But I haven't found any areas where I can see whether or not like a rubberized coating has been applied to the interior. So I guess I could do some water tests and get back to you guys. But I mean, this part here does feel like it probably is water repellent, but this part here, unless it's lined with a rubberized coating on the inside, doesn't. So, I guess that concludes my review of the Yorepek backpack. I know there are backpacks marketed towards artists. I've never owned any. I've very strongly flirted with getting an etcher over the years. But in terms of like being both functional for artists and able to carry a lot of stuff and comfortable, the etcher seems like a poor fit for me. So if you guys know of any, I know also like Japan makes a lot of artist type backpacks. I've been kind of looking at some of those as well. Perhaps when I go again, that's going to be like what I really focus on looking at. But if you guys know of any Western backpack companies that have kind of catered to their artist purchasers, let me know in the comments below. I know there's tech backpacks, that's what this one is, and I know there's like outdoors backpacks, which this one is not. But I would love to see people actually just care about artists at all. And I think there's crafter backpacks too, which I've looked at and which seem like they might be an okay fit. So perhaps I'll cover one of those in the future. Anyway, I hope this was useful and helpful. If you guys like this backpack, if you think it will fit your needs, you can find a link down in the description below to where you can get your own. So thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Bye guys!